Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Absolute Astronomy, the podcast where we discuss space things because space is cool, so let's talk about it. So far we've talked about falling into a black hole and the sun's death, and as exciting as cosmic catastrophes can be, I figured it was time to take a break from the depressing topics, so this week we're going to be talking about something a little more controversial and mysterious. We'll get to that shortly, but right now it's time for a twist.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to a special edition of This Week in Space Talk. This week I'm going to be doing a recap of some of the biggest stories of 2015. First of all, 2015 was known as the Year of the Dwarf Planets because of NASA's Dawn mission arriving at Ceres and New Horizons flying past and capturing amazing photos of Pluto. Then we also have the movie The Martian, which I did reference last week, and although this isn't really space news, it was an amazing movie which presented scientifically accurate facts that helped drive the story forward. It proved that you don't have to unnecessarily stray into the realm of scientific fantasy for a space film to be interesting. We also had the Hubble Telescope turn 25 years old. Happy belated birthday, you magnificent piece of technology. And after a decade of orbiting Saturn, NASA's Cassini mission has begun its final farewell. This year, the spacecraft will fly through the planet's ring plane and eventually burn up in Saturn's atmosphere. In 2015, Cassini captured loads of information on Saturn's moons, rings, and dynamic atmosphere. Not to mention it got some pretty good photos too. Scientists were also able to confirm that there is water flowing throughout Mars. It's just highly toxic, so it wouldn't be good if any of us were sent over there. Oh, and on the note of sending people over to Mars, one of the biggest scandals of the year was about the Mars 1 mission. 100 people were supposed to be selected for a one-way mission to the planet in 2025, but one of the finalists broke the silence about the weird application process. The project was very disorganized, overly ambitious, and majorly underfunded from the beginning. The applicant said, quote, "You get points for going through each round of the selection process, and then the only way to get more points is to buy merchandise from Mars 1 or donate money to them." End quote. Despite there being several interview processes, questionnaires, and tests, people were basically having to buy their way onto the planet. It's said that the project would require approximately $6 billion, if not more, to send humans to the planet. It's a shame that we might not be able to go to another planet anytime soon, but in the meantime, here's a song that you can close your eyes to and pretend that you're drifting throughout space.
Let's say tomorrow, 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 tomorrow. But I'm fading.
Welcome back, that was Aurora by Urban Contact. Such a relaxing yet energizing track. Today we're going to discuss the mysterious wormhole. Are they real? Could they be real? Well, sadly there hasn't been any documented findings of wormholes, although one Russian researcher claimed that he could spot them through his radio telescope, which has never been done before, so unfortunately he was wrong. Wormholes in theory would be awesome. It means that we get to travel to different parts of the universe much faster and explore different galaxies and planets. Plus I imagine traveling through a wormhole to be kinda like riding a roller coaster, and who wouldn't love that? Wormholes were theorized by Albert Einstein and Nathan Rosen as part of the theory of general relativity. They're also known as Einstein-Rosen bridges. Wormholes are thought to be deformations in space that connect two different points in space-time. They're thought of as tunnel-like structures which link two areas of the universe or possibly lead to other universes. So far, scientists haven't seen a possibility with regards to how wormholes could form throughout space. However, John Wheeler, a theoretical physicist, says that it is possible for wormholes to spontaneously appear and disappear according to his quantum foam hypothesis. The hypothesis states that virtual particles are popping in and out of existence at all times. Sadly, Wheeler theorized that these wormholes would be very tiny, like less than 33 centimeters long, kind of tiny, making them practically impossible to detect. Not to mention you wouldn't travel very far. So let's say we were to discover a wormhole and that we had the chance to make it bigger so that a spaceship could travel through it. You would need what's called exotic matter. According to senior research physicist Eric Davis, the rule of ordinary matter in the universe is that it has positive energy density and positive pressure. Exotic matter is the complete opposite, in which it has negative energy density and negative pressure. These negative properties might be enough to push the sides of the wormhole outwards, making it large enough for a spaceship to fit. The problem? Exotic matter only exists in theory. But since we're expanding on several theories, let's take our wormhole scenario to the next level. Say we found a wormhole in some exotic matter and we were able to expand and stabilize it. Unfortunately, our plans of space travel still might not work. Richard Hallman, a physicist professor, says that inserting anything that isn't exotic matter into a wormhole could possibly destabilize it. Wormholes in general are thought to be highly unstable, and placing a spaceship or any foreign matter inside of them might cause them to collapse completely. In other words, entering a wormhole could immediately kill you. Well, so much for talking about something happier today. In theory, wormholes are possible, even though we haven't actually discovered them yet. Many people are still skeptical of the idea of being able to travel through space or to other universes, but hey, it's still a cool story, right?
Hold on, there's a light inside us all that goes out. Hold on,
Welcome back, that was There's a Light by Fossil Collective. Chances are that you haven't heard of them before, but their music is wonderful, so I suggest checking out the rest of their work. And unfortunately, we've reached the end of yet another episode. As always, be sure to follow me on Twitter at astro_podcast for updates, news stories, and space photos of the day. And if you have a topic that you'd like me to discuss, feel free to send me a message. Next week, we're going to talk about the dark side. That was supposed to be my Star Wars impression. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Adios.